and then we all backed out, walked backwards. That's a part of the traditional burial, is when you walk backwards away from the final resting place of a loved one. In the very beginning, when we talk about Diné, or when life began, one of the first things that the holy people wanted us to be completely aware of, as far as what we learn from the songs and prayers, is the order of the seasons of the year, because it is also a map as to our existence in this, the third world. So they began with the direction east, which is Dan, or the springtime of the year, when new life comes from the earth, the seeds sprout, and the birds lay their eggs, and the insects lay their eggs, and the young start to develop until finally they come into life. And the next season of the year is the Dan is first, and then Sh is second. Sh is the summertime, and that's the time for growth and development. The adolescent years, where the Dan is the infancy or new birth, and then the summertime is the adolescent years of learning and growing. And then we have the Ake, which is the adult years, where you have accumulated a lot of learning and you're living your life, and it is the middle age years. And then finally you come into Chai, which is winter time, where your hair turns white with the snow. And it is during that time that you begin to understand the meaning and the life that you have lived. And in the songs and prayers and that, there is always the reminder of the that's the correct order that it is said and sung in the songs. But when you hear the Diné talk about it in everyday settings and outside of the ceremony, they say it, which is actually backwards. Is the way that it is sung and said in the prayers and so on. And so maybe they have respect for the actual use of it outside of a ceremonial setting, but nonetheless, that is something that our people need to be aware of. And that is the saying that there is great joy and happiness, confidence and peace beyond old age as you end your journey here in this world. And so the ending of the journey is referred to as Bagad or Bagad Anat, which is that their journey has continued, or their journey has ended here, but their journey continues on beyond old age. But it is that the teaching is that when that journey ends, that you're going to leave a lot of loved ones behind, and they're going to have to remember you. I remember when we put the remains of my great-grandmother to rest, all the family members came together. We built her a special hogan, a brand new juniper, and we fixed it up very nice. And we laid her on the west part of the hogan, and they put on her finest jewelry and covered her in the finest pendleton. And we tucked her in and let her lay down on her back. We didn't lay her in any other position. We put her and made her appeared that she was sleeping there. And then we all backed out, walked backwards. That's a part of the traditional burial, is when you walk backwards away from the final resting place of a loved one. And her jewelry, some of the jewelry in that she had that was not put on her when we put her to rest was passed out to some of the family members. And these were the ones that took care of her, and that she had special connection with as relatives, as her children. And it might be a small piece of turquoise, it might be a piece of jewelry, it might be one of her favorite cooking tools, the stirring sticks or the brush or something, or some of her weaving tools. But nonetheless, it was given to the family, and they would hold that and they would say, Hanan Neshama. That means, oh, my dear one, how you have helped me and raised me to understand the purpose of life from infancy, adolescent, adult, and here you are, in old age. Thank you. Asheha. And so those are the things that we are told.